Hey Virgo, it's your girl JV. High Priestess. Back at it again. With the general tarot reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Sagittarius season 2021. Baby, I've been having issues with the J. I smoked it while I was in the shower. I put it out with water. And it still isn't dried up. And that may be coming through for some of you. It's something like it still hasn't dried up. Some of you may be expecting yourself to be over something and you aren't yet. Some of you are thinking that you're done with something that you aren't done with. And some of you are really noticing that there's way more emotion bubbling up to the surface than expected. Especially during, well, not especially, but I think Sagittarius season Scorpio season may have really muddied things up for you. And Sagittarius season is coming to dry some shit out. Your ruling planet Mercury, is going to be going into Sagittarius on November 24th. And so you are getting this particular or specific is really what I was going to say, like the specific particular type of fire or flame. It feels like it's like very concentrate. Oh wow, it locked. It's like very concentrated energy. It's funny, I do blue fire Reiki, and the blue flame, there is this very maybe even like fairy sort of like energy around with that. So anyway, be on the lookout. That was for someone. On December 4th is the new moon total solar eclipse. Y'all, my Mercury, your ruling planet, Mercury governs the lens with which we view technology, like how we speak, how we talk, when you're texting people, that's their Mercury. When you're emailing. My Mercury, I actually won the astrological fucking lottery, and one of the only planet really that's debilitated is Mercury, and it's in Pisces. So it makes me I speak very like a freaking evangelical fucking priest and or pastor, and then there is this kind of stammering over water, and that's so okay. And it's interesting because Mercury doesn't like to be in water. If you study the history, the Greek mythology behind Mercury, Hermes, these stories of him traveling to the heavens to deliver messages, traveling to the earth, traveling to the underworld, but there are no stories of Mercury in water. And so it does not do well there typically. And by doesn't do well is just there can be struggles that come out. That's where the stammering, the stuttering, you may kind of be stumbling over your words, stumbling upon truths. And in Scorpio season, that's really what was coming to the surface. And in Sagittarius season, it's okay, so now that we've got these truths, what do we need to understand about it? Sagittarius is the sign of I understand. And so there are things that you are really going to be, dots that you are really going to be connecting. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So wing it. Go for it. Fuck it. Wing it. For real. As long as, because I feel like you have acquired the wisdom, the ethics, the morals, the it's just you've got everything. You've learned the real harsh lessons at this point. Now it's just a matter of really listening to your intuition and understanding, where does your intuition speak to you? Does it speak is it audible? Is it something that you hear with spiritual ears? Is it something that you hear or feel in your body? Is it something that's very outside of you? Is it very internal? Like, it's time for you to deduce that. And Virgo, this new moon total solar eclipse in Sagittarius is really going to be ushering in a deeper understanding of the higher philosophical, higher esoteric kind of like wisdom and knowledge. So some of you may be really seeking that, geeking out on different things. Mercury will then be going into Capricorn on December 13th. And your thoughts can become a garden. And it's really important that you observe how you tend to your thought garden. What do you plant? What do you nurture? Are you able to prune? Are you able to cut off the dead when things, you know, like when the leaves start to turn? Can you prune? Can you cut off dead things when they are dead? Can you notice when, oh, a leaf is turning yellow? Do you still pick it? Do you leave it on? So little things like that. It's just like, do you need it to be gross and falling apart for you to prune it? Or are you observant? Like, it's like paying attention. Interesting. I think I just learned something about myself. I feel like the plant owners, pet owners, it's just like you can tell how someone cares for themselves, how someone cares for their lovers, also their partners, their family, by how they, I think that you can really tell about how someone feels about themselves, I'll say, by how they treat their like pets, how they treat their plants. Anywho, on December 18th, we're having the full moon in Gemini. And I do feel like that is ushering in a clean slate in the realm of the mind. And it's going to give you the opportunity to let go of some people, places, and things that were no longer serving. Some maybe mental, I just heard mental dams. And then I was like, dental dams. Yeah, so something maybe like that has held up your mind from flowing, your thoughts from flowing in a certain direction. Some of you, I feel like you've been in relationships that have kept you from really being able to focus on yourself. And because you haven't been able to focus on yourself, your business isn't taking off the way you thought it would. Some of you, it's like you being with somebody who just really spiritually doesn't align with you. And it's making it so that you're like making yourself small in some way, or like downplaying your gifts in some way. And now, like, it feels like some of you are like nudging away your intuition, or you're not, maybe because it's telling you stuff that you don't want to hear, because you know that's going to require some change. So, empty your lungs, Virgo. Take a deep breath. So we're asking for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Sagittarius season 2021. Baby. Oh, hey, thank you. First card out, 8 of Pentacles. Ooh, that's, yes, look at that. I love when I really secretly like wanted them all to come out at once. 5 of Wands. Seven of Swords. Someone else got this. Who else was that? Maybe Gemini. The Star. Six of Swords. With the King of Wands on the bottom of the deck. All right, Virgo. First card out to be clarified on the Selenite throne is Eight of Pentacles. So what is going on with your ability to break old cycles, to break old habits, to rebuild yourself, to focus? Something coming in about minding your business, putting the blinders on, and really allowing yourself to like get to it, get to rebuilding, getting to shaping, to modeling, refining yourself. For some of you, what this feels like with the King of Wands on the bottom of the deck is like you really get into business. Mercury's going to be like it's about to be in Sagittarius. It'll be in Capricorn before you know it, and you're going to really be legacy, long-term minded. And make sure that you haven't taken on so many responsibilities, Virgo, that you don't have the ability to like have the fun, have the passion and the play that you want. There may be somebody with Leo placements that's really on your mind, or that you may be kind of like maybe chasing after or pursuing, or I just heard if you want a successful partner, that means you need to learn how to have a busy partner. And that means you can't be freaking out when somebody doesn't fucking text you back or call you right back in like 20 minutes. It's just like, as someone who is an entrepreneur, like as someone, this is what I do, my full-time job. And the amount of like self-motivation, the amount of like keeping myself in check, like the amount, when I get on social media, I view it as fucking work. And that could be something that you may be dealing with somebody who's like that, Virgo, where it's just like, or maybe somebody older than you, or someone who's like really like established, a business owner, or like has a very purpose-driven mind. I feel like you may be chasing out here, because here you are, Virgo. You may be kind of like chasing after something, or chasing after someone who very much so, like, make sure your dreams are your dreams. The shit that you're pursuing is the shit that you're pursuing. You're really needing to encounter you're really needing to remember that you have so much originality and style and taste to bring to the table, that it's like, I am the manager. Like, I am management material. I am ownership material. Like CEO. CEO, CEO, CEO. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Anyway. I feel like some of you have like a very entrepreneurial spirit, or you've done very well for yourself. And anyway, it's just really important that you allow yourself to some of you need to play more. And then some of you, I feel like, are really needing to like get your own life, to get your own thing, to like get something that keeps you from maybe like being so like worried about a partner, or so worried about work or in some cases, and it depends on who you are. So anyways, let me look at the cards, and I was underneath the bottom of the deck. Eight of Pentacles, first card out. There may be somebody with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius placements that there's some sort of friction with. There may be friction at work. There could be like some of you may be focusing too much on relationships, or focusing too much on work, and there's not enough play. There's not enough It's like some sort of like fun, like uh, a fun project turned into like an unhealthy competition or something of that sort, some variation of that. And if you didn't initiate it, flip it. But it's just a matter of like, I feel like some of you are exerting your energy in such a way that it is a disservice to yourself. You're really like sabotaging yourself, moving away from the things that you actually want, moving away actively from the guidance, the intuition that you have. Some of you, I feel like, are being real stubborn with the divine. Like you are actively ignoring your intuition. Some of you it's like, okay, and the divine gone ahead like brings in something that like you bump your head. Or it's just like there could be this thing where um hmm let's look at this. Seven of Swords in the center of the reading feels like you really being aware of like the betrayals, the hurts. And that's what I could have been talking about earlier, where it's like understanding. You may be understanding why someone behaved this way. There could be somebody with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, definitely Aquarius placements, coming in to help you break through, help you achieve some goal, help you reconnect to your faith, or you, by way of the fuckery that you've dealt with this person, it's put you in the position to like get in motion and pursue harmony. So I feel like Capricorn season also is about to be really, Capricorn and Aquarius season, I feel like are going to be really beautiful for you guys, Virgo. But there is something about acknowledging what feels like some of you may just feel taken advantage of. Some of you may want to cut and run. Some of you like finally, like this also looks like moving. This could be like breaking a lease type moving. Um, there could be a lot of drama at work and you really want to get away from it. But some of you, I feel like, just be careful that you're not being petty and perpetuating it. I do feel like some of you, especially with Mercury being in Scorpio still till the 24th, it could just be real slick mouthed. And so you really just like be careful with your words, with your tone. You could be very condescending or someone could be that way with you. But I do feel like ultimately there are things that you registered as betrayals that are about to really be transmuted into breakthroughs, and you getting your wish and you being able to really like figure out what you believe in. What do you believe in? And do you pour into yourself enough to sufficiently be able to pour into the collective? Because it feels like there's a lot of, I'm not going to say like y'all, a lot of us will say, a lot of us want so badly to be recognized for the ways that we pour into the collective, but it's just like, it feels very much, and I'm not saying this is you, it's giving, I'm going to be a life coach, but I'm like 25 and I have no life experience and I haven't even gone through my Saturn return yet. And I don't know what I'm offering, or I've not even resolved. I haven't healed myself yet. I'm trying to teach other people how to heal. There may be some of that energy that you encounter that gets you in motion and puts you in a position where it's just like, I'm ready to like leave. Like I'm skirt over that. So Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Sagittarius season. Make sure that you are focusing and investing your time and energy and money into things that put your time, energy, and money into figuring out how to prioritize your physical, spiritual, sexual energy. Some of you, it's like there's so much shit that you want to do, but you don't know where to start. There's so many conflicting passions. You want to try this, you want to take this class, you want to go out on this date, you want to do these things. It's like you want to read this book. It's just like if you're trying to start a business, stop prioritizing social lives and lovers and shit like that. Allow yourself to have balance, but you need to be like, it's time for some energetic inventory, is what I hear. Is like, it's time to do some inventory, or it's time to really like figure out where the money is going, where your energy is really being like siphoned in or siphoned out, who is like draining you of energy, or who feels like they're taking from you in some sort of way. Either way, let's say that there is some theft, let's say that there is some sort of like severing of ties or some situation where you're like, oh shit, I need to get my shit and go. I'm not doing this. This is what we won't be doing. Like, whatever it is, really let yourself trust your gut, please. Know the difference. Get quiet enough to start listening to your inner voice, being your inner voices, being able to determine who is ego, who is pride. Is this voice or is that thought coming from a place of pain, or fear, or is it coming from a place of faith? Where are the source of these thoughts? And what can I put this energy into? It's time to put this energy that you have not into people, not into pursuing 8,000 projects, not into, it's like choose something. It's like I just heard a master of none, or like, what is it? A jack of all trades, but a master of none. And so some of you, there's something about specializing or specialty or like focusing on one like special thing. It may be sports. I feel like some of you, there may be like a need to get back into physical sports or getting a physical routine. I feel like there is a need to focus on how you are exerting your physical energy, because some of you are just like laying around, or some of you are just working. It's like work, sleep, eat, beat off, go to bed, like that, you know what I mean? And it's like it's causing that your energy is not flowing in a healthy way, and so it may be causing some internal like conflict or like destructive kind of tendencies or habits. So it's really important to allow yourself to do some energetic inventory so you can change your ways, so you can really break free, stop going back and forth, because once you make a decision and you get in motion, that's when you can start to allow yourself to surrender to divine timing. That's when you can start to surrender to faith, cultivating faith. I do feel like wish fulfillment is coming in. Maybe somebody with Aquarius placements coming in, that or someone with Aquarius placements is coming up, and you're needing to heal that. Some of you maybe, I feel like, running from faith. Your intuition may really be heightening. You may be getting something that you want and it's just like, skirt, I'm going, that it like finally comes in. You being like divinely rerouted. And I always feel like you guys get rerouting energy. It's like your internal GPS system is recalibrating, Virgo, and it's going to get you in motion and out of any sort of situation or mindset that you know your ass shouldn't be in anymore. I love you. Let's get into it. Join me for the Patreon plunge, patreon.com/justjeverything. I love you. All right, Virgo, let's get into it. I want to start by clarifying the 8 of Pentacles for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For Sagittarius season 2021, that was fast. The King of Cups. Some of you are really like putting in work on something, needing to focus on something. And for some of you, It's you're needing to really focus on emotional maturity, needing to focus on getting more emotionally balanced, getting more inclined to be getting more spiritually aware. Also, I feel like not being so and I'm sorry, I need to say this. Yes, it's like not being so superficial, like allowing yourself to see beyond the veil, to see problems beyond just, oh, this computer is broken. Like, allowing yourself to see the magic all around you because the star is out. And so it's like magic is flowing all around you all season, and you have the ability to really tap into it, to understand that anything is possible, and allow yourself to get filled with hope. And the closer that we get to Capricorn season, it looks like the more that you really start to get filled with hope and reaching for the stars and get your ass in motion. Some of you are turning your back on an Aquarius, or are turning your back on an old dream, turning your back on an old it's like your dreams have updated in some sort of way. I do feel like some of you, there may be somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, specifically Pisces placements, that feels like family. You may be working to be an emotional support for yourself, maybe working to really like participate in the family more, or also maybe some of you are working on a business that is more on the creative side, and I feel like you allowing yourself to get more spiritually mature and allowing yourself to lean on your intuition and to create from a childlike, joyful, or also like a depressive place, even allowing yourself to really be more masterful and intentional about how you create, and also allowing yourself to be more mature and intentional about how you emote, how you show your feelings to other people, especially how you show your feelings to your family, or how you show up in the workplace, or how you show up to clients. I do feel like if you focus on those things, there is stability that wants to come in, and that will come in. Positive abundance, prosperity, people that feel like family, security, really maybe also maybe some of you are working to resolve an issue with like a patriarch in the family, and maybe a brother. Please clarify the Five of Wands. Maybe an older brother or a father, or a boss, or someone that you work with, someone you used to like cackle with at work or something, or be snobby with at work. You like y'all are fighting, or someone maybe with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Libra. I'll say Aquarius placements too. I feel like this first. Ah, yes, there you are. Some of you, I feel like there's so much that you want to do, so much that needs to get done, but what you're needing to do is calculate some risks before you take these leaps of faith. The Magician and the Fool coming out says that the way to figure out how to prioritize this energy is by way of being really quiet, understanding that you are enough. Some of you are really needing to reconnect with your why. Some of you are really needing to reconnect with your ability to open your heart, to your ability to articulate and communicate with your family, with the people that support you, your chosen family. You really being able to bare your heart about some of your rage or anger, bearing your heart or speaking out in some way about anger, suicide, sexual issues, maybe even I just heard STIs, something of that nature. It's like there is something about using your voice, allowing yourself to really effectively communicate so that you can have less drama. Some of you are also needing to like really learn when to shut the fuck up. I love you, but like knowing when to like not show your cards, knowing when to keep something to yourself, and then knowing when to take the leap. the prerequisite to being able to take this leap, to really being able to harness this willpower, is cultivating the willpower by way of really thinking, doing some critical thinking about what you want, about who you are, using what kind of words do you want to use, how do you want to come off, what do you need from the divine, what do you need to communicate to the world, what do you need to say, what skills and talents do you need to work on or invest in or display. And so this could be like a need to spend quiet time. Some of you may need to go on a random adventure so that you can get some quiet time, going out into the woods, going out into the mountains, maybe just you and the pup, or no more than you and the pup, or you and the animals. You may be tempted to bring somebody with you. There may be somebody with Gemini, Virgo, Aries, or Aquarius placements coming in to help you articulate something or help you manifest something. I feel like if they suggest shit, you should go for it. There is something about trying new things, getting out there, believing in yourself so that you can like manifest a new kind of way of thinking, a new way of speaking, a new way of standing up for yourself. It's time to really, I just heard also, I don't know, because there's no legal cards out here really, but I just heard lawyer up. Some of you may have like the money to lawyer up or something of that nature, but it could be just like standing up for yourself. Maybe you need to like read the fine print and find like the legalities, or not let anybody like take advantage of you. It doesn't have to be lesser like lawyer up. It could just be like stand up for yourself. Please clarify the 7 of Swords. But actually, maybe somebody like takes something from you and don't just like sweep it under the rug. If you notice, it's like if the register is short, it's time to like, don't just like stuff it under, don't stuff it down. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't sweep shit under the rug. It's because it is going to be very upsetting. Temperance often comes out when an upsetting situation has occurred. And in the face of like the shit hitting the fan, however it does, you're really going to be asked to heal your relationship to faith, your relationship to how you pour into yourself, how do you cope, what are your coping mechanisms, what are your defense mechanisms, what's your attachment style. I feel like it's time to get back in the water. There is something about water for you guys in Sagittarius season. It's like getting money or getting baptized, or like cleansing waters, getting in nature, even just taking hot Epsom salt baths. But I do feel like some of you need more magnesium so that you can like better regulate your mood possibly, or so that you can allow yourself to just recover differently. There may be somebody with Pisces or Sagittarius placements that you feel like low-key betrayed by, or that you feel taken from in some way. Some of you just feel like, I just heard running from God. You've been like running from God, or running from the divine, or running from pouring into yourself in some way. And that old, outdated, guarded ass emotional foundation is not going to work anymore. Some of you, I feel like the divine's really going to come in. These eclipses that are going to start coming in, this is eclipse season. These eclipses are going to come in and start making it easy for you to notice how you have been taking from yourself, and how there's some sort of self-limiting mindset, or some lack mindset, or scarcity mentality, or a kind of selfish or narcissistic person, or maybe someone who was just in a worse off situation than you were. Maybe there's like you find like forgiveness for being taken advantage of in some way. It's going to manifest differently for all of you. Either way, I do feel like you may feel really driven to find a sense of meaning, a new sense of like inspiration or purpose in life. Like you really you really regaining some hope. You really believing, you being grateful. You, please clarify the star for Virgo, sun, moon, and rising for Sagittarius season. It's like, allow yourself also to look forward to your success. Look forward to healing. Look forward to your dreams coming true. You can, when you, like, it's like if you're going to expect anything, expect that from the divine. And expect that, show that expectation by way of the actions that you choose. And you make sure that you are doing your part to attain said dreams by being generous, figuring out what faith is. But some of you, you really get something that you want, and you really get to share the wealth. Feeling like peaceful in your mind, enjoying harmony. So I say, Virgo, it's really important to set your goals or your intentions around the realm of things that are personal rather than like abstract. And that's going to be different for each of you. It's like opening yourself to the awe in your daily life, not just in, oh wow, there's a nebula exploding today. Like that kind of thing. Like, you are inspirational in so many ways to so many people, in ways that you don't know, in ways that you have not been privy to. And just no matter what the hell the universe shows or throws at you, it's like, you know that there is something telling you that you're connected. You're connected to something deeper. Please clarify the star. She don't want to talk. And it may need to be like a surprise for you. Please clarify the star. How does the star manifest for Virgo, sun, moon, and rising? Wow. King of Swords reversed, Knight of Cups. Wow, out with the old and with the new. Some of y'all, the star manifests by way of you stop dealing with somebody who's been mean to you possibly, and someone nice comes in. Some of you, it's like, or someone who's like been old and disrespectful, and maybe you've been wishing for a reinvigoration of your marriage or a reinvigoration in your relationship in some sort of way. And I feel like that wish can come in. You starting to see the softer, younger side of your partner, or the softer, younger side of yourself, the more romantic side, the way that you used to feel, the more optimistic side of yourself, you being able to like, some of you, there is a love offer coming in from an Aquarius or a Gemini. I feel like the Gemini was like, nerp, 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 but the Aquarius, yes. If it's a Venus in Aquarius, nah. Sorry, that's my own personal trauma talking. All right. Yeah, that was for me. Never mind. I need to stop talking shit. And see, I'm already leaning into your energy. Is that petty shit? See? Quit it. It stunts your growth when you're petty. It stunts our growth when we're petty. Excuse me. I love you. All right, please clarify the Six of Swords. You get out of Sagittarius season understanding. I understand. I understand that I can't fucking be here no more. I understand that I can't stand your ass no more. I can understand that I need to get me and my kids up out of here and pursuing something. Or I understand that, whatever it is. I understand that you're not paying me enough to deal with this bullshit. I understand that I need to move forward. I understand that you're stressing me the fuck out. And I'm tired. It could be definitely family. Yeah, some of you, there could be someone with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius placements coming in, or the pace could be coming in. There could just be some sort of opposition. I feel like you may have like really acquired some peace after a period of like mistrust, anxiety. You finally or recovering from, or some of you may have like made a decision and you finally were at peace with your decision, and it puts you in a opportunity, or puts you in a position to move. I do feel like there are physical moves being made, like you may be moving houses or helping someone move or something of that nature, or traveling. But I feel like, let's say that you aren't moving. Let's say that there isn't a situation that's dangerous or whatever that you need to get out of. This is about your mindset, boo. Are you being really negative in your mind? Are you being really negative in your speech and the way you talk about yourself? Are you letting other people be negative around you or about you? It's like it's very skirt energy. Please clarify the Six of Swords, because I do feel like there could be some sort of opposition coming in, just opposing opinions. Please clarify the Six of Swords. Of course, yeah, maybe somebody's mother, or an issue with your mother, an issue with a boss at work, someone with Libra or Taurus placements. There could be getting out of a mindset of body dysmorphia, or issues with pregnancy. There could be an unexpected pregnancy. Some of you don't want to be, I just heard like, I'm not trying to be your wife anymore, or I'm not trying to be wifey, or I'm done playing wifey, or something of that nature. Some of you don't want to play house anymore. Maybe ending something with an Aquarius or a Capricorn. And there is this need to really tell the truth. Yes, there's that Ace of Pentacles upright. It's important to get yourself free enough to receive what the divine wants to bring in. And some of you may have to leave really comfortable situations in order to take what the divine has to see, or has to bring you. But you are in a position of needing to see. You get to see now. It's done with the fight. The Nine of Wands is a soldier coming home from war. And you're done with this fight now. And now that you're not blinded by rage or PTSD, or someone that maybe had rage or issues or PTSD, now you're starting to, some of you are maybe getting out of abusive relationships, and now you're starting to see all the friends, family, resources available to you. Bam, bitch. Something told me I knew it. I love you. You got this. You got this.